Hello, peeps. Long time no see. I wish I was talking to you face to face. Although I may actually get in front of the camera next time round because I've got something to show you all very soon. But at the moment, I want to discuss a few things. I know that at the moment we are all going through some rather difficult times because of the coronavirus, COVID-19. You are advised by your government to stay at home and keep safe. I mean, this is especially for the elderly, it's for everybody. For me, I am a key worker, so I don't really get that chance to stay at home, although I've taken some holiday. But basically what I'm saying is, it's all difficult times at the moment. Everybody's going through it. You know, it's not just myself. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting the whole country. It's affecting the whole world. Period. You know. Excuse me. Main thing is that everybody stays safe. Okay. I've got a few items in front of me. For me, because obviously a lot of people, I'm at work, but you can't go out and do your usual stuff. I can't go and visit preserved railways. I can't even really go on the proper railway, you know, to go for a mooch about in London, you know. It's just not doable at the moment. So basically, everybody's staying at home. You only go out for your essentials, and if you can get things delivered, and you know, if you can, then do. For me, I'm basically, I obviously during these difficult times, it does really play on people's mental health, and I do suffer from mental health issues. But I find that this hobby of ours is absolutely amazing. I mean, just for a split second, you get that train set out. You can, whatever, if you got whatever kind of setup you got, a big loop, you want to extend it, you know, some shunting, some lines you can do some shunting in. You set it up, and before you know it, you think you spent like 15 minutes playing around with the trains. No. Before you know it, it's been about 4 hours. 4 hours. It's taking your mind off things. I mean, as well, I go through some of my locos. I get them out on the bench. I do the routine services. I've got one somewhere, hiding somewhere. I think it's a Hornby Class 06. Needs a little bit of work doing to it. But yeah, that's on my bench at the moment. Basically, it's occupying your mind. You know, you don't really, you know, because you're watching the news and all it is doom and gloom. Oh my God, really? I mean, I just want a split second. It's like Brexit all over again, isn't it? Or, you know, some other, you know, celebrity's done something wrong, or, you know. But this is quite serious. But all I'm saying is, it sometimes it gets too much. And if you want an escapement, your hobby. Whether you want to build a plane, a boat, excuse me, plane, boat, whatever. You can paint it, glue it together, make it your own. I mean, I've got a few projects on the go at the moment, and one major project, well, it's not major, it's not, because obviously during this period of time, it has altered a lot of things. I've just clapped for the NHS. I'm filming this on the Thursday, and not so long ago, I've just clapped for them. So, it's the sort of things we're doing at the moment and staying at home. And obviously my daughter's at home. And obviously you already know about my daughter. And obviously my dad and my parents, they're in high risk. I mean, they got to stay at home. I can't go and see them. It's too much, it's too risky. I can't see my mother-in-law, I can't see anybody. So basically, I'm in my own household with my daughter and my partner, and that is it. And I'm afraid that's the way it is. I can't even see my friends. Although social media, obviously, and obviously some of you guys I message. I wanted to meet some of you guys too. The Alexander Palace show, which I go to every year, cancelled. I mean, it's expected, and it was the right thing to do. I mean, just let's ride this out, and then things aren't going to go completely back to normal. I know that, but let's at least get there. Let's try and get back to some sort of normality soon. But during these periods of time, I mean, it's a bit dark in here. I'm filming this. Obviously, look, I've just clapped for the NHS, so it's after 8 o'clock. So it's getting a little bit, the sunlight's going down. So basically what I'm doing is doing a few modelling projects. I've got a few kits in front of me. Some of these are old kits. I used to have this years ago, believe it or not. This church, I used to have one. And I also have this Airfix church. And what I'm going to do, it's just a little bit of modelling, you see. I just want to make it my own. So I'm going to get the paints out, and I'm going to try and turn this church into something. Well, it's going to be a church, but I'm going to turn it into a bit of a bigger church. I'm going to kit bash. I'm going to add this kit to this church. So I'm going to extend it slightly. And I'm going to paint it. I'm going to weather it. I'm going to put it in a little scene. And guess what, peeps? Guess what? It's going to go on a layout. That's right. During this period of time, I did say to you that I'll be getting in some plywood and softwood and timber and everything else. Prior to all this, COVID-19, I ordered the wood, got it in, right? And then literally this started going around in the news, and it started getting closer to our country, the United Kingdom, and then the government locked us down. So luckily I did it when I did. Yes, but because obviously in the evenings I haven't been going out anywhere, I've been managing to do a bit of modelling. I've been managing to construct the baseboards. I've constructed all the panels I've put together, but I need to join some. This isn't going to be my proper layout. This is just a test layout, and it's a layout that I used to have. I know it sounds funny. It's a layout I used to have, but I'm going to improve it. It's basically, I built the other layout when I was in my teens, so I'm going to use my, how can we put it, more experience, more, when I've grown older, so my skill set has changed. So, yes, I'm going to alter it slightly, make it a little bit better. But still, that's the sort of layout I'll be building at the moment. It's a bit of fun. It's going to let my daughter play her of the trains. It'll do a little bit of shunting. And there's some models. And she keeps on going on about the church. On our walk, on our daily exercise, we walk past the church. And I had to get a church. So I did. 2 churches, and that's going to become 1 church. I've taken photographs of my local church, you see, and I'm basically going to do a bit of kit bashing and do a bit of modelling, basically, and I can't wait. So that's one of the projects. I've got some paints in. I've got some paint brushes. So I've already got some other paints and paint brushes, but I'm adding to it. This came in today from Models for You. They're basically brass dowels, basically to align boards, baseboards. So I want a proper flush alignment, and I was advised by modelers to go for these. They're quite pricey. I will be using these on Evergreech Junction when I do get to build it. This layout is rather basic. This is going to be built with set track, this layout. I will show you the plans. That's going to be on it. So it's all mainly, it's a Hornby track plan. And I will be using mainly Hornby products. It's got a bridge. Oh yeah, so I've already got some parts, but I didn't have the high levels, so I got them. What else have we got? Latches to latch the panels. I'm waiting for the coach bolts at the moment. They're on their way. Obviously, I can't go to the shop, so our modelling shops or DIY are either, where possible, I can go and click and collect or whatever's safe I will do. So basically this is going to keep me occupied. This is going to keep the black dog at bay. I mean, if you don't know what I mean about the black dog, I'm on about what Winston Churchill referred to, mental health, basically depression and everything. He keeps it at bay. His hobby was mainly painting. He enjoyed painting. So I'm going to go do a bit of painting, a bit of modelling. Yes! Humble Paints. I've also got other brands as well, but I've just done on order. What have we got here? The Bell Inn Pub. Again, I used to have this on the layout. I really can't wait to get this together. I'm going to paint it and make it look a little bit better. I'm going to go to town on this. Look, this is still sealed, peeps. I had this when I was little. You'll see. I'm going to show you some photographs in a minute. But yes, I'm going to paint this up. At the moment, Gauge Master. Yes, Gauge Master own it. They've taken over the moulds. But originally Hornby owned it. So I'm going to get it into spec, this model. Oh yes, and this is one of my very first kits I got when I was a kid. And I think it's in one of my photographs. I didn't paint it. I'm not really good at painting, but I'm hoping my skills have improved somewhat. I'm going to I'll give it a crack. I get it. Looking quite similar to that. I'm going to work on the brickwork though. I want to say it's more realistic, basically. You go to town on it, and we'll see what we can come up with. I'm really looking forward to it. That's what it's all about. So yes, I've got all these bits. I'm building a layout. I will basically, probably for this, the first time ever, I will actually go in front of the camera. I might do that and basically show you the baseboards and what I'm planning on doing. I've built most of the baseboards. I've got to tidy up some of them. I'm waiting for the coach bolts, and then obviously the brass dowels. I'll be fitting them so they get the alignment. I need some copper clad sleepers, so basically where the joins are, because obviously the boards are going to be sectional. I've had to expand on the original board because I don't want any first radius curves. No. The original plan of this had first radius, and let's move some of this stuff. I can use this as right. These aren't that good. This is one of my layouts when I was little. Oh, look, there's the church. Not what I was on about, this thing. Church, Belling Pub, Georgian House. I still got to get that. and a few other. Some of these are Airfix models, and you can see part of the station. And I used the basic track supports because there's a loop that goes around on the back. I did some. I didn't use any static grass. It's just green flock on there. There's a lot of trees and bushes, and there's some hedgerows that go around. And in there's some graveyards, which I need to get some gravestones at the church as well. But I'm gonna try and make it a little bit better. I'm kind of a speeding train going through. I was young at the time, and this photography isn't that great, I'm afraid. The station, I have still got that station, and it will be going back on the layout. Some Airfix footbridge. A lot of these models here are Airfix. Yes. Basically, I'm going to build this layout, but it'll be bigger. I'm going to alter it. I'm going to alter quite a lot of things. So it's going to include a lot of railway movements, as you were, and also some like town and village life. So basically, the church, the pub, which I already have, and there will be level crossing, and I'll do a much better job. I was young at the time. It's the first time I've shown this. I'm gonna have to copy these on the computer, and then basically when I get into the editing software, I could show them properly. More photos. Now don't laugh. That is me with my uncle. So that's me. This is, believe it or not, this is Christmas 1986 in my granddad's garage, and I came Christmas Day to my granddad's to find this layout. This is my very first layout I ever had. It's a Lima track mat with Hornby track on it, and I don't know if you can see, I don't know if the camera's making it out, that is my very first loco. That is a Lima 060 pannier tank. It's a 9400 class. And yes, I still have it to this day. And it's still going strong. I've just recently serviced her, and she runs strong as the day I had her for Christmas in 1986. I've still got every single wagon that you can see on this train. What I did get, basically, obviously I got these wagons when I went to my granddad's, but under the Christmas tree, I had the 9400. I had an R. White's, my big fat finger in the way, the R. White's wagon, which is there, which I still have, and there's a white roof brake van. That was wrapped up in the Christmas paper under the Christmas tree in 1986. And that is what I got. And that's how I started. I will scan these on the computer. And then we move on. These are old photos. Obviously, I took the board home. My dad modified it slightly because I used to get him to, before he went to work, to place the board. It's on chipboard, this board, on my bed so I can have a running session. But my dad made a device where it was on hinges and it basically hooked to the wall. There was latches and some very strong clips, so it couldn't fall down on me. It was basically locked. When the running session was finished, there was a big latch that it stuck into, and then basically we locked it with latches at the side. Basically all I had to do was unfold it and place the models. So similar thing, well, the new layout that I'm building It's not. It's going to be much bigger than this. This is just my first layout. So that's what I had. Basically, some Airfix models, all there, and another picture. This is my second ever loco. I don't know if it's coming out very well. I think you should be able to make that out. It's a King class. And this King Edward the First, I do believe. That was my second ever loco. And there she's running with a passenger. I think they're a Hornby 00, my granddad's. I hooked them over on Hornby 00. I didn't have an adapter wagon at the time, you see. Oh, yeah, my dad and I built a controller. It was my sister. My sister's basically having a running session there. And this one, that's my granddad. Well, my granddad's loco, and then obviously that was my dad's. And this is when I got it. And I fitted the smoke unit and got it smoking again. And also you can see in the background my tunnel and my track supports on top of there. Still got them. Yes, I've had to replace a lot of things because I lost all these models in a move. I don't really want to divulge into it, the ins and outs of it, but yes, I lost the church and everything you've seen. That's why I got them all back here again. And I'll remake them and make them better. This is the photos aren't that great, I'm afraid. The layout when it was under construction. There's my signal box, you can see it. There it is. And there's the original. It's annoying that I don't have it anymore, but I've got it back. I'll make it, and I'll make it better. And this has been put in a purpose-built shed. So this layout I'm going to basically build, but it'll be bigger. And that's why I got extendable sections on it. No more first radius. And it's basically so I can run trains in. Have a little bit of fun with my daughter. Yeah, right, this is my second ever loco. There she is. Still got her, by the way. I think she's due a set. I haven't run her for years. You will see them. Yes. Good times. This is in my parents' house. This is a purpose-built shed. That's where I had my layout. Well, my third layout. This is my third layout. My first layout, which I showed you from 1986, and I had another one, and I had this one, and then obviously I've had a few in between, but now I'm going to build another one, and then obviously there's a few layouts I'm going to build. So yes, rather exciting times for me building a layout, that is, but not in the world. Yes, I'm finally going to have a layout, because obviously I was originally going to be moving. I also picked up, I never had this, so I got the Hornby Book of Trains, and it's the 25th year edition. I will be getting the new one. I'm still waiting for that, so I'll be getting the centenary one, which I can't wait. Yes, so all I want you to do is keep safe. There's a few other videos I'm going to be making as well. I need to get back on track. I still haven't finished working on the computer yet. I still haven't finished all that because I've been busy building layouts and obviously looking after my daughter, homeschooling and all of that. This video's rambling on a bit, so I'm going to wrap it up. All I want you guys to do is stay safe, keep social distancing up, and yes, I have been watching a lot of you guys, a lot of your videos. I've been watching a lot, so I've been entertained by watching you. I've been entertained by doing a bit of modelling. I've been entertained by servicing my locos. I've got a lot of things planned, a lot of things to keep me occupied, and obviously as and when. So basically, I go to work, do my bit, come back, do a bit on modelling. Obviously, sometimes I'm gonna have to wait until it gets dark when my daughter's gone to bed. It is a little bit difficult with my daughter because obviously she's got disabilities. She's been pretty good actually, to be fair. She's doing a bit of homeschooling. It is rather difficult for her to understand, but she enjoys. I get the trains out, set them up. I had my dad's trains out the other night, and we had a running session with them on the Series 3 track. Yeah, that's the track that come with the set, and I've talked about it before. So yeah, we had set up there and had tunnels, had bridges, had all sorts, stations. Yeah, my daughter loved it. So yes, I can't wait to build this new layout and get some modelling done, and hopefully you'll be able to see the fruit of my labours. This is one thing as well, I don't know if people notice it, the clock, the actual clock in the model, when you look at my photos, it's really hard to see. It's white, isn't it? It's a sticker. I remember doing it. This must be a pre-production model, and I want to try and imitate that clock. So I'm gonna have to try and work out whether to make it or paint it. Painting it would be really difficult. I can print it on the computer and then put it on adhesive and then stick it like the other one. I don't know yet. I'll think of a few ideas, unless some of you guys got any ideas. I'm going to light it up as well. I'll light all the buildings up and give some of them interiors. I better wrap this up. There'll be a few more videos coming soon. Bachmann's 2020 range, they've done something different this year. We'll go through it. And a few other catalogues. And obviously I'm going to be doing something on my layout, and I might do some video recording of me doing some modelling. We see how it goes. Right, that's it, peeps. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.